This is excessive Kairos. This account was created to set the world record for bonus star drop rewards in a single season. This is only possible during a 5-week season, and it's actually a lot harder than you might think. In episode 1, we gemmed the entire Brawl Pass before buying the Brawl Pass Plus. We completed 2 days worth of progression in 24 hours. We unlocked 10 total brawlers and ended with 9 bonus rewards on day 1, which is probably a record in and of itself. Make sure you guys check it out right here if you haven't seen it already, and then come back to this video because this is going to be epic. Today is day 2 and we've got a few things to do. First things first, gotta get that free daily reward. Because of some weird stuff, this is actually technically our 3rd freebie, which is guaranteed to be a jackpot of 90 credits no matter what your account is on day 3. But it's still not quite enough to unlock Dynamite. Next, we got our 2nd day rewards from the 15-day reward streak for new accounts. Yesterday was just a skin, which obviously didn't help us, but now we get to choose between unlocking Penny or Daryl, which will help us quite a bit. Now, by the end of the reward streak, whichever brawler is selected here will be power 9, and we'll have a gadget and a star power, so it is actually a pretty important decision, especially because progression is incredibly limited for this account, which we'll get into details later. Daryl has more health and can deal more damage, so since he can usually carry harder than Penny, obviously we're gonna go with Daryl. Now it is time for the second most satisfying part probably of this whole series. We have the entire Brawl Pass Plus unlocked and every single reward is just waiting to be clicked on. There's actually quite a bit of cosmetic stuff on the Brawl Pass like pins and bling that are not gonna help with progression and we really don't care about. Even the gems are probably not gonna be used since we bought so many at the start and we're only allowed to spend gems on XP doublers for this account. Only 12 rewards in and Dynamite is unlocked. And since he was bought with credits, the next choice is between M's or B. We already actually have quite a few brawlers, but still don't actually have any sharpshooters. So while either of these brawlers would actually be a good choice, we're going to go with B. At the 25th tier of the Brawl Pass, you automatically unlock an epic brawler and you get to choose from any of the available epic brawlers in the game. Technically, it's more efficient on any normal account to just grab the extra credits because that will actually go towards your next brawler and you get more credits that way. It's not a ton, but it's something. However, on this account, we're not worried about maxing it, and we have very limited choice in our brawlers. Honestly, Angelo seems like the best option, at least for now. Like I mentioned before, we're low on brawlers and with a lot of range, and Angelo is one of the strongest brawlers in the game at the moment. It's still a pretty hard choice though, because you can pick any of the epic brawlers. Now, near the end of the Brawl Pass, we get the first Jellyfish Sandy skin to unlock, which surprisingly brought up another interesting decision to make. The game wants us to be able to use these new skins as soon as possible, and you don't actually have to have a brawler unlocked to get the season skin. So it gives us the option to transfer all of our current credits over to Sandy and then start unlocking Sandy. But as much as it would be nice to get a new legendary brawler, getting more brawlers is way more important for us right now, so that's going to be a pass. Now on the bottom row of the Brawl Pass, we did get our first lucky legendary star drop of the entire series, and it gave us M's, which is sick because we want as many brawlers as possible, but it's also kind of funny because I guess it didn't matter if we picked M's or B since now we have both. Now just 3 rewards later, we've got enough credits to unlock B, which means that we get to choose our next rare brawler to unlock. And honestly, if this was a competitive account, we'd go with Brock. But the thing is, this isn't just any account. Rosa is way less fragile and is just able to carry more than Brock is at lower levels, so she's going to be the next choice. Honestly though, this isn't really that difficult of a choice because we're going to unlock all of the rare brawlers pretty quickly. At tier 15, we got a mythic star drop, which gave us Penny. So once again, the choice between Daryl and Penny really didn't matter too much. Although Penny will still stay at power 1 for a while, so I guess it does mean something, right? So, I mean, I'm still glad we went with Daryl. The very next reward gave us enough credits to unlock Rosa, so now we get to choose between 8-Bit, Carl, and Tit. Even though Tit can be really good, he is super fragile at power 1, so it's really only between 8-Bit and Carl. Honestly, I really like Carl, and Carl seems to be a little bit more efficient at lower trophies, so he seems like the best choice right now. And 8-Bit's pretty great, but he's just so slow, you know? Tier 36 gave us enough credits to unlock Carl, and the next choice is between Pam, Stu, and Frank. Now, Frank recently got a buff, and he's the obvious choice here. He genuinely could be the best brawler in the game for pushing low trophies at low power levels because his health and damage are just so high. Now, best part of every Brawl Pass, right? The last tier is a guaranteed legendary star drop, which contains Colt's Hypercharge. Great. Normally that is exactly what I want from a legendary star drop, since it is the best progression you can get from any star drop. And technically, we could use it right now and get all the resources that we collected and upgrade Colt to power 11, but it's just not. It's not the right decision on this account. It's gonna be much better for us to spread all of our resources across all of our brawlers, at least for now. We need to get started on some matches because if we don't play at least one match within 21 hours and 36 minutes every single day, the XP cap will reach its max capacity, so we will stop getting XP until we get some again. We burn through some of that 400 XP. And honestly, that is probably going to be the hardest part of this entire challenge because we cannot let that XP reach 400 out of 400. Not a single time for the entire 5-week season. And to make things even trickier, we have to play with teammates. As long as there is daily XP to earn, it must be earned with teammates because the extra XP that's rewarded for playing as a team is directly tied to your daily XP. So if you get one win without teammates, that's 20 XP that you can't earn by playing with teammates. So in this challenge, playing with teammates is absolutely essential. If everything goes according to plan, every single day we will get 400 XP just from playing. 400 XP from XP doublers, and another 400 XP from playing every single match with teammates. That's almost enough for a bonus reward every single day. The candidates of the day for the map maker must also be played 3 times every day, since 10 XP is awarded for voting on the first 3 maps that you play each day. And things are a little bit tricky if the candidates of the day are solo showdown, because you cannot get bonus friend XP in solo showdown. So the strategy there is to make sure that we burn through all available XP in other modes with teammates and then play the solo showdown map maker. We're also gonna have to do this for solo showdown quests as well if we can't re-roll them for some reason. I understand that these are tiny details, but if they can get us even just one more bonus reward, then it will have been worth it. Another thing that needs to be done every single day is obviously going to be daily quests, which can be another 600 XP to the daily total because you get a third bonus daily quest with the Brawl Pass Plus. Seasonal quests can get done here and there, but since they just have to be done sometime before the end of the season, there's not a whole lot of pressure to get them done until we're toward the end. In fact, every seasonal quest involved winning ranked matches will all get done at the same time at the end of the season, so that's going to be another really satisfying moment to watch. Ranked just doesn't really need to be played for this because it doesn't get you any extra XP for playing, and most of the resources are just cosmetics from the star drops. I mean, I guess if we were really desperate for resources, we could rank up for an extra 1 or 2 extra star drops, but I just really don't think we need to do that. And then we'd be missing out on the XP for ranking up brawlers, you know, getting them trophies and stuff. Now, the last thing that needs to be done every single day is just tapping on all of the game modes within a 24-hour period to collect that extra sweet 40 XP every day. 5 for each game mode. Oh, should be honestly the easiest part of this whole challenge. Now that we got some teammates though, we can finally start earning some XP. Well, maybe as soon as we can get a brawler less than 625 trophies on the team. The players that get invited aren't exactly going to know what this account is for, so suggesting which brawler is going to be a pretty common theme for this series. We might need some teammates to carry a little as well since our brawlers are so weak, but most importantly, if we can all pick brawlers at low trophies, it'll pair us up against bots or even other underleveled accounts, and that would be ideal. Playing low trophy brawlers also means ranking up brawlers for fewer trophies, and every time a brawler ranks up, that's 10 XP awarded. And that means that one bonus reward will require 160 brawler rank ups, which I think is very doable, at least once, maybe even twice. Once again, this is why we're prioritizing trophy pushing instead of playing ranked, and well, the fact that our brawlers are only power 1 right now. But day 2 is over and we had an insane amount of progression. With the Brawl Pass completely collected, it should be smooth sailing from here on out. Every other day is going to be pretty much exactly the same thing. Log in, do dailies, claim bonus rewards, make sure we never reach that XP cap, and the cycle continues over and over and over again. We're not going to show you all the boring parts, so I'll just make sure and recap the interesting parts. On day 3, we upgraded Daryl to power 5 from the 15-day reward streak that new players get, which might make those damage quests a little bit easier now. Honestly, damage quests, when you only have power 1 brawlers, like really suck. And that is not something that I have thought about in a long, probably ever. It's been a long time since I played a power 1 account, like seriously. Day 4 was another credit jackpot, except this time it was for 200 credits, and that was enough to unlock Frank. This also means that it's time to start unlocking our first mythic brawler. Now, between Mortis, Terra, and Jean, Terra seems like the best brawler that could carry the hardest, especially when underleveled. On day 6, we reached 2,000 total trophies, which means 925 credits are unlocked from the trophy road. That's enough credits to unlock not only Terra, but also Brock. It is always a great time when you can unlock 2 brawlers from a single credit drop. Like, that just does not happen very frequently. Now, Terra specifically is a brawler that I think does well even at low level, just because it's not hard for her super to pull in multiple targets at a time, and your teammates can also help with the damage when that happens. And that just makes Terra a great choice for a first mythic brawler. As for the next super rare brawler, I know I said the 8-bit was a good brawler for low trophies, but after playing some games as a thrower at this power level, we found out that we actually don't get hit too often as a thrower, and sometimes that extra range or a wall is really useful, so Tick actually seems like the best choice now. On day 6, we also re-rolled our first quest, since Solo Showdown can almost never be played and Wipeout switches every other day. On day 7, we got Daryl's gadgets for free from the new player rewards. Now, recoiling rotator seemed like the way to go just because it helps charge his super faster, which speeds up easy matches even more. With the first week out of the way, each day seems to be pretty much the same, especially since we've already unlocked the Brawl Pass, and our goal really is here just to farm XP. And it's not like we're going to be unlocking any brawlers or anything like that, because these bonus rewards cannot be unlocked until the very end. We want to open them all at the very end of the series. But on day 9, something popped up in the game that I was not expecting. Boss fight. Honestly, I almost totally forgot about this game mode, but I guess Supercell is on our side for this challenge. Boss fight only gives XP for the first 5 rounds, but that's still a solid 600 XP for the day. That extra XP just might be what we need to get 1 extra bonus reward. This also happens to be our 3rd jackpot, but only for 50 credits. And now that we have over 2,500 trophies, we get 500 more credits from the trophy road, and that is enough to unlock Tick. All right, now, as much as I love Griff, and I really do love Griff, I think we're going to save him for the 15th reward on the new player calendar. Between Stu and Pam, though, Pam is a little bit better for what we're trying to accomplish, thanks to her high health and also her healing. So wham bam, here comes Pam, or at least soon. On day 11, the reward streak upgraded Daryl to make him our first Power 9 brawler, but his star power won't be here for a couple more days. And at 3,000 total trophies, that is another 925 credits, which is more than enough to unlock Pam. Wham bam. Now we have Pam. Now, we got a discount on our first mythic brawler, who was Terra, so now we have to choose a mythic brawler to unlock at full price. So it may be a while before we get our next brawler. Now, Max has the most DPS here. She has decent range and she's fast, so she's not likely to die as much as Jean. Power 1 Jean honestly kind of sucks. His damage is so low, so we'll go with Max for now. Nothing to report on day 13 except Daryl's free star power gets unlocked, and we're going with Steel Hoops because he needs some good survivability once we push him higher up in trophies. But day 14 marks 2 weeks of this challenge, and because this is an extra long season, we're not even halfway done. But at this point, all the brawlers have over 100 trophies, and the matches against bots are becoming much more far and few between. It's just not as often anymore. That being the case, it is time finally to upgrade some brawlers, which should make things quite a bit easier because Power 1 brawlers are not easy. We're just going to start off by upgrading 2 of them so that we have ranked unlocked just in case we need to play it for whatever reason. And there is only 1 day left to claim Shelly's free hypercharge in the shop, so we're just going to max her out and get it. Yes, it might be more efficient for us to spread things across, but having just 1 brawler maxed out just really could come in handy. If you guys play a lot of Power 1 brawlers, you know how difficult they can be. Like, really though. The other brawler we're going to upgrade is Angelo, but only to Power 9. The matches aren't difficult enough yet to where he needs to be Power 11, but if we do get his hypercharge, we might end up maxing him out just to get it. Let me say that going from Power 2 Shelly to fully max out just feels so insanely good. She basically feels invincible now. So now we don't have to rely on Daryl as much to get damage and kill quests done, and that is a huge relief because those were getting so annoying with Power 1 brawlers, which honestly isn't something that I've thought about. Like, I just don't, on any of my accounts, I don't play Power 1 brawlers, even on my free-to-play series. I focus my progression on all of my brawlers. I get them all to Power 7, and I'm now getting to the point where almost all of them are Power 9. So this is like a breath of fresh air. And with just 14 days of progression, here is what the account looks like. We're at 3,800 total trophies, 345 3v3 victories, and a surprising 0 victories in Solo Showdown. Also, I want to just point out the 70 win streak done almost entirely with Power 1 brawlers. We've got 23 brawlers unlocked, most of which are Power 1, but we even have a few epic brawlers and a mythic brawler unlocked. But what is probably the most impressive thing though, is that we are at 35 bonus rewards collected, and we still have 21 days left in the season. Not a single XP has been wasted, and we are well on our way to setting the world record for bonus rewards for a single season. Make sure you subscribe so you don't miss the series finale. We'll see you in the next video.